Wishing everybody a fabulous 2030, and today I'm going to be preparing Nutella Pannacotta. To start off with, in a bowl I have added about 2.5 tablespoons of gelatin, and I'm going to dissolve that using lukewarm water. But you can add gelatin to a microsafe bowl and add water and place it in the microwave for 30 seconds if you don't like this method. Or what people do is they normally place it in a double boiler and they melt the gelatin. So either ways you need to melt the gelatin. And the next thing what I'm going to do is boil my milk. In a heavy bottom pot I'm going to add milk, and I'm going to measure the milk equally to the heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to add the heavy whipping cream. And why, you may ask, why I'm adding heavy whipping cream to this recipe? What the heavy cream does is it gives a creamy texture and a very good taste. So I've measured equally, so 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of the cream I've added to the milk. I've placed the milk on a medium to low flame, and I'm using a whisk. Trust me, using a whisk is very important. If you use a spoon, it's not going to mix fast and you're not going to get that consistency. And I'm going to add half of the sugar. The measurements and the recipe in detail is in my blog. Blog link will be posted in the description box below, so do go ahead and check for precise measurements on my blog. And to a bowl I'm going to add cocoa powder and dilute it with the milk or water, just to make sure there are no lumps when I add it to the milk. So once the milk starts to boil, I'm going to add the cocoa powder mixture to this, and I'm going to stir it vigorously and make sure the cocoa powder has completely mixed through and you have a perfect consistency. Make sure you don't have any lumps. And the next product what I'm going to add is Nutella. About 4 tablespoons of Nutella is what I added, and every spoon that I added I had to whisk it immediately, because if you add the entire 4 tablespoons of Nutella and you start mixing it, the Nutella is not going to melt. So make sure for every spoon that you add, you're going to whisk it again, and you add the next spoon. And I'm going to add the half of the gelatin that I melted earlier, and I'm going to make sure this is completely combined together with the milk. And I've removed that from the flame. I'm going to divide this mixture in the serving bowls equally, and I'm going to refrigerate this till the pannacotta is set. We don't want the pannacotta to be watery. We want the pannacotta to completely set before we place the second layer. And make sure the pannacotta is completely set before you add the second layer, otherwise the chocolate is going to bleed through. And the second layer what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the same process, add milk, heavy cream and sugar and bring it to a boil. And to this I'm going to add instant coffee. Coffee and pannacotta are a marriage made in heaven. It's so yummy. So make sure you use a whisk. I'm going to build the coffee as the milk is going to boil. So I'm just going to add spoonful of coffee first, and I'm just going to whisk it thoroughly with the milk and see if the consistency is right or if I need it a bit more strong. And I'm going to add the second spoon of coffee, and I'm going to whisk it again, and till I'm satisfied with the flavor and taste, I'm just going to add build the coffee flavor. I added about 2.5 tablespoons of that, and once the coffee is done, I'm just going to bring that down. I did add the remaining gelatin to this, and I mixed it thoroughly. And once the chocolate pannacotta has set, I'm going to divide this equally into the desired shape you want, and I'm going to allow that to set in the refrigerator. Now to garnish with, I'm going to be using chocolate shards and tempered chocolate, which I prepared earlier. There are loads of recipes how to prepare tempered chocolate on YouTube and on the web. You can go ahead and look in and prepare your own tempered chocolate. I created stars and hearts, so it was appropriate for the time. It depends on how the shapes you like. So I prepared it hearts and stars. Now I'm just going to place the tempered hearts and garnish it with the chocolate shards. Do try this recipe. The recipe in detail is on my blog. Blog link is posted in the description box. Enoda Tamil channel visit pannunga. Tamil channel oda link description box la irukku. Visit my Facebook. I'll see you soon with the next recipe. Thanks to Audio Network and TasteMade. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.